talking about improv, and so I have a new song called Billion Things. I wanted an opener this year. I was like, guys, let's write an opener. Like, remember Cheap Trick had that song, Hello There, Ladies and Gentlemen. They open all their shows with it. I'm like, I want to write an opener to the audience. So I wrote a song called A Billion Things, and starts out, hello there. So it's directly talking to the audience. Well, I didn't have a second verse, so I was just trying to garble lyrics. I freestyled the entire second verse. It has nothing to do with the first verse. I'm talking about hugging trees and tree talking to me. My mind was just going. I was just spitting anything. I had a vocal melody, but like whatever came out of my mouth, and we hit stop, and they're like, that's the take. I'm like, no, that song is about nothing. And that's the take in the song, the actual garbled thing. I went back and changed like 2 words. And it doesn't make sense, but it sounds so cool. And there's this realness about it, you know? And I find when writing songs, sometimes if I just, like the very first thing I write, and I try to go rewrite it and rewrite it and rewrite it, and I go back, I'm like, wow, that first thing I wrote doesn't really make sense, but in context, it sounds so cool the way the words. And I'm a real stickler. Like I'm more of a person about how something sounds, like the phonic, like the sound of a word, you know. And I like just words, certain words like ease. Like ease are hard to sing, so I'll change it up. Or if something's got a lot of S's in it, I'll go through and I'll listen. I'm like, all right, or too many songs with a P in it. I pull all that stuff out. I'll go through after I record the vocal, and I'll just cut out all the these and ands and thes. And you got all these extra words that you write in lyrics, and you go back, and if you cut all those out, it just cleans the song up.
It's funny because when you and I have written together,
that's another.
You'll come with that, and I'm it better make sense. The listener has to get it right, and it has to feel right. And so you'd be like, it needs to have an O there. Whatever word you're saying, it's got to be O, because that feels right at that moment. So then my job would be like, all right, this has got to be an O, and that's got to be an I, and we can't have too many S's. And these words are great together. Now, how do we make this part of the story? And then we would just kind of back and it would take us hours. All of a sudden, between the two of us, we would get there. That's why when we collaborate, it's a lot of fun, because for me, it's like a puzzle.
It is a lot of fun.
That's tricky.